¿Qué hubo, Garaleki? Estamos checando este chico antes de. Acá. Es el que uso para que el pitch. Cuando escriban ustedes. Hacerlo porque no luego se me pasa el rollo o no me. Por eso no es.
7771 Jason. Gracias por el follow.
Es
Gustavo
Jason.
Otero. Gracias por el follow. Eduardo Maldonado.
¡Ey!
Gracias por el follow.
Ya aparecen.
Rogelio Bon. Gracias por el follow.
Sí,
Evera Pasa. Gracias por el follow.
es por los follows. Ahora, lo que pasa es que cuando tú tienes alguien hace streams y quieres saber qué show, en esta página tú conectas Twitch y conectas YouTube, ¿no? Está fácil. Pero el pedo es que cuando tú creas el stream o el seller canvas, tienes que crear una nueva llave de RMT, RTMNM, no sé qué. Por eso YouTube no lo agarra. Y entonces, bueno, vamos a buscar. Antes de empezar el stream, vamos a ver qué jugamos, ¿no? Ahorita estamos con esta, ¿no? Que es el.
Gravexo is now live. Streaming de Elder Scrolls Online, Elder Scrolls Online Season 0.
¿Cómo se llama esta? La Templaria. Estamos jugando Templarios. Estamos subiendo este show. Con su clase de asesino. Porque es lo último que yo recuerdo que estaba chingón. O parecía chingón. Y ahorita vamos a ver este show.
Guide for the Elder Scrolls.
Pero. Vamos a poner. De. Otra duda. O sea, te mejora la voz. O te pone el volumen estable, pero te puedo ponerlo. Traduzca la voz a español. A veces se sale, a veces. Vamos a ver.
Scrolls Online. As is usually the case every year, each class has changed a bit for balancing, so your favorite classes might actually play a little bit differently than they have in the past, but
Estoy revisando lo de el meta porque no.
we'll cover them all
Porque la Templaria siempre ha sido mi favorita porque cura con la pinche.
in this video. So whether you're new to the Elder Scrolls Online and want to know which class is best for you, or if you're a returning player looking to get back into the game, this is going to be the perfect guide to help you get started in ESO. Timestamps, as always, are provided below if you want to jump to a specific class or rewatch a section, and I'll have some links in the description for class guides and builds if you want to learn more. But that said, let's jump right into things. First up, let's talk about the Dragonite class, which most
Dragonite. Sabemos que Dragonite. En cambio, tengo unas ganas cabronas de jugar Dragonite.
of you are probably wondering about due to the class being completely reworked in 2026. This was actually a massive shift in direction and involved changing nearly every skill in the DK toolkit along with their passives, and even some skills moving from
O sea, sí, pero yo nunca he entendido por qué el Dragonite. Yo entiendo que el Dragonite debe de ser como ese pinche caballero. Dice, pero espada y lo que en el meta como cuando lo empezaron a combinar con bastones y magia. No sé.
one skill line to another. Thankfully, I can say after testing that the new Dragonite class redesign was completely worth it. The class now feels much more powerful than it had in the past, and for some content, especially for playing solo, it even rivals what can be done when subclassing. But most of all, the class is a lot more fun to play now with new mechanics, which we'll talk about, and an impressive new visual style that
Tiene nuevas mecánicas. Sabía.
Looks fantastic. In terms of skill lines, the names have not changed here, but the focus has in some cases. For example, Ardent Flame is now 100% focused on fire damage with no poison damage skills at all. The devs did mention that poison-based attacks will be moving to another class kit in the future, but for now, they're just gone completely, leaving Ardent Flame 100% fire focused. Burning Embers is still as strong as ever, with a 10-second higher
En España no tengo.
pressure duration, but also healing based on maximum health, making it a powerful self-healing tool potentially even for tanks. And then the new morph here called Searing Claw also deals fire damage, but with the ramping effect previously from Venom Claw, dealing 10% more damage every 2 seconds. I do highly recommend the reworked Flame Lash morph here too, which now does AoE damage and procs insane
El látigo hace más daño
healing,
en
which is going to
área.
be great for soloing. And the Heart of Flame skill is now a great sustain tool
Ardo Flame creo que se avienta fuego, ¿no?
for Dragon Knights, providing a quick burst of health, magicka, and stamina that increases with how much you're missing. Flames of Oblivion was also reworked here into Incinerate, which now deals an AoE wave of damage instead of the usual 3 fireballs, which is a nice upgrade too. Now for the Draconic Power skill line, you should pay attention to how the ultimate skill Take Flight has been reworked here. The knockback mechanic, for example, now only applies in PvP, making it easier to stack enemies in PvE, and upon activation you also increase your damage by up to 20% versus monsters, which is great for increasing your overall DPS. The new Dragonfire Breath skill here is also a standout, as this has been moved away from the Ardent Flame skill line and now has become a completely new channeled ability similar to Arcanist Fate Carver Beam called Engulfing Dragonfire
Ay, güey.
that deals channeled flame damage in an area in front of you and also synergizes with Take Flight for even more damage. Noxious Breath is now disintegrating Dragonfire and will remain a solid option for builds that want access to Major Breach to reduce enemy armor. Also a new buff for group builds here is Protect the Brood, reducing damage taken from projectiles by 25% and applying minor protection, which is really nice. And I think it's also worth noting here that the DK Sustain passive Battle Roar has been reworked so it now restores more resources based on how many class skills you have slotted, further encouraging pure class builds. Finally, the Earthen Heart skill line remains a strong option for tank and utility builds, plus solo builds can check out Volcanic Ward, an incredibly good damage
pocas
shield
palabras, Dragon
that also
Knight
reduces
quedó chingón.
incoming damage and gives back a small heal, which is going to be great for survival. Also check out the new Landslide passive here, which deals increased
ve
damage
perrón,
the more you
pero,
sustain combat, and the new
repito,
Mountain Giant
¿por qué
passive, which
puro
offers
pinche
the ultimate
bastón,
quality
güey?
of life tool for heavy attack builds, providing free access to off balance, plus some bonus sustain. So I can without a doubt say that the new reworked Dragon Knight skills, both in terms of functionality and visual design, are fantastic here. Due to this, I'm having the most fun ever on my Dragon Knight builds. I'll have links down below to our updated DK builds, by the way, if you want to check those out to help you get started. Moving on next to the Arcanist class, which was released with the Necrom chapter in 2023. What you need to know right up front is that the Arcanist feels and plays very differently from every other class in the game. So
Era la... Era la... Aventaba como cartitas.
for most people, that difference might be exactly what they're looking for to mix things up, while for others, it might rub them the wrong way instead. The theme of the Arcanist class centers around the Daedric Prince Hermaeus Mora, Lord of Fate, and Forbidden Knowledge, and its skills incorporate Mora's own black books, runes of power, and otherworldly tentacles and other forms. So the Arcanist, with its neon green things up, ground effects, while for others it might rub, creates this really interesting visual presence in the game, and it makes it stand out from every other class by far. In terms of those class abilities, remember that the Arcanist was designed to stand out from the pack, so it does feel and play pretty unique and pretty different than everything else we have access to in the game currently. For example, the Arcanist's main source of damage is a unique AoE channeled beam attack called Fate Carver, which lasts around 5 seconds and has to be aimed. So while this may sound simple, there's actually a lot of planning involved to optimize your damage using Fate Carver. You can cast other skills to build up a combo point system called Crux, which if you have 3 total Crux already stacked, that's going to increase the damage of your Fate Carver beam significantly and even add in some more bonus effects. Timing is really important too, as you'll need to make sure your buffs and debuffs have at least 5 seconds of duration left before casting that Fate Carver channel, or they'll run out mid-beam, leaving you more vulnerable to attack. Having such a strong damage ability like Fate Carver built into a long duration AoE skill also makes the Arcanist extremely powerful for beginners and easy for current players looking for a build with a simple rotation. We know that the Arcanist was designed both to be easy to pick up, but also have a high level of mastery. You can compare it kind of like to Oaken Soul heavy attack build if you're familiar with that. Just in
La que según es una clase que high ceiling, que es difícil de masterear, pero que puede hacer mucho daño, ¿no?
Instead of holding down your heavy attack button to deal damage on the Arcanist, you build up your Crux and then let your beam do the work. Now, Arcanists, as you'd expect, also have 3 powerful skill lines, with each one dedicated to a role of combat, either DPS, tanking, or healing. Under Herald of the Tome, we already mentioned the ultra-powerful Fate Carver Beam. You're going to be using that most often, but you also have Abyssal Impact that roots enemies in place and debuffs them while also healing you or increasing your damage based on the morph that you pick. And the class damage buff here is fantastic for increasing damage passively or providing some extra sustain to your build. The Arcanist tank skill line, called Soldier of Apocrypha, has the only class-based taunt in ESO currently, opening up some new and unique possibilities for tank builds that are centered on something other than using a sword and shield or a frost staff as your primary weapon, meaning that you could taunt while dual wielding or using a two-hander, for example. The skill also has a big damage shield in the Impervious Rune Ward skill, and you have even more powerful defensive rune skills, which can debuff the enemy with things like Minor Brittle and Minor Vulnerability, forcing them to take more damage from you and your group. So the Arcanist has a ton of utility, both for soloists and for group play. And finally, in the healing skill line called Curative Rune Forms, Arcanist can make use of another powerful beam ability, kind of like Fate Carver, but this time for aimed healing over time. It's called Remedy Cascade. The Arcanist is also a master of shields, so skills like Chakram of Destiny can provide a strong damage shield to you and your group. Plus, Arcanist Domain offers many powerful buffs, like Minor Courage, to allies in the area. Now, Arcanist's ultimate skills are also very powerful, with my favorite one being the Unblinking Eye and its morphs for intense AoE damage. You can think of these as like a Destruction Staff ultimate, just more tightly focused. And then there's the Gibbering Shield skill and its morphs, which create a very powerful defensive shield, kind of like the Barrier ultimate on steroids. And then there's the Vitalizing Glyphic ultimate, which is going to be giving you some powerful healing for your allies, plus a unique buff to weapon and spell damage, making it a great option for more coordinated group play. So when you look at everything the Arcanist class has to offer, it's definitely one of the most balanced classes in the game, I feel. For solo content, the Arcanist is easily one of your best options, especially if you are a newer player. But that's because its powerful damage skills, defensive tools, and self-buffs make it very easy to survive in a variety of content. And for more experienced or endgame players, if you're looking for a powerful group build, the Arcanist may not surpass what other classes can do necessarily, whether it comes to being like a meta tank or a healer or DPS build, but it is extremely strong and it offers that unique gameplay experience using Crux and the different new skills that you have access to that really make the game feel fresh again, which definitely makes the class worth playing, in my opinion. Next, let's talk about the Necromancer, ESO's Masters of Death. Now, if you're set on mastering the dark arts in ESO, you'll discover that playing a Necromancer can be a bit more challenging than some of the other classes in the game. One big reason for this is that Necromancy is still frowned upon in most major cities, and if a guard sees you raising up a corpse, even just for a second, they will immediately hunt you down and try to kill you. Don't worry, you can run away and your bounty or your threat level will slowly go back down to where you can enter town again, but you'll want to be careful about which spells you cast and where. Basically, anything that involves summoning skeletons or spirits is a no-go within the city limits. But Necromancer abilities can also be slightly more challenging to use than those of other classes, because some skills require corpses to be on the ground in order to use that skill, and some skills are even empowered by having corpses on the ground as well. And this creates opportunities for a unique and more skilled gameplay if you can manage all the mechanics of using corpses effectively on the battlefield. Now, just like the Arcanist class, Necromancers also have a wide range of abilities that can fulfill any role in the game, including tanking, healing, and DPS. And also, just like the Arcanist, each of the class's 3 unique skill lines is focused specifically on one of those traditional MMO roles. The Gravelord skill line, for example, is focused primarily on DPS, and like any good necromancer would, that's by summoning undead minions like skeletal mages and archers to do damage for you, while the Exploding Blastbone skill detonates for massive AoE damage or to further empower your own abilities. Now, the Bone Tyrant skill line is focused primarily on damage absorption, aka tanking, allowing you to cast some unique protective spells like Beckoning Armor, which reduces your incoming damage, but also pulls enemies in closer to you to make them easier to control. And then the Necrotic Potency skill, which leeches the life out of nearby corpses and gives you a ton of ultimate back in return, which is fantastic for soloing and for groups. The skill line has also been updated recently to add more damaging options like Skeletal Embrace, which summons skeletal claws from the ground that deal AoE ice damage, among other effects. Now finally, the Living Death skill line focuses on the Necromancer's healing abilities. So skills here like Render Flesh allow you to heal yourself and your allies at the expense of health regeneration, while Restoring Tether can turn any corpse on the ground into a heal over time effect for you and your entire group. And the powerful Spirit Guardian skill summons a ghostly ally to follow you, while also healing you over time and absorbing some damage that you take. Now, Necromancers actually have some of the strongest class ultimates in the game, which we need to discuss as well. This definitely makes them one of the most powerful classes in ESO, both for soloing and for groups in PvP or PvE, whatever you want to do. You can, for example, summon a massive Big Daddy Colossus, dealing tons of damage, debuffing and stunning enemies. You could also resurrect multiple players at the same time, or you might even transform into different form entirely called the Bone Goliath, which is pretty amazing as well. So if you're interested in a summoner style build that has access to plenty of heals and damage over time, then definitely check out the Necromancer class. Next up, we have the Warden class, a defender of nature that can summon animal companions as well as cast frost spells that debuff the enemy or empower themselves or the group. The Warden's strong healing and burst damage potential make it a great class if you're interested in PvP or even a bit of solo PvE. And much like the Necromancer and Arcanist that we already talked about, the Warden has one class skill line for each of the traditional MMO playstyles of DPS, healing, and tanking, making it a pretty well-balanced class that can fit pretty much any role in ESO. First, the Animal Companions skill line allows the Warden to summon Cliff Racers, Shulks, and Fetcher Flies to damage their opponents with direct damage, timed burst, and damage over time. Many of these summoned creatures also provide secondary debuffs, like reducing your enemy's armor and making them take more damage from your attacks, which is excellent. Winter's Embrace is the Warden's tanking skill line, which is focused on those frost effects I mentioned. The Warden class has access to a great armor buff in this skill line with the Ice Fortress ability, as well as an area immobilize and damage over time with Winter's Revenge, and a heal skill that also has the potential to stun enemies in Arctic Blast. And finally, the Green Balance skill line focuses primarily on healing both the Warden and their group by summoning healing vines, flowers, and trees. Healing skills like Green Lotus and Living Trellis are really useful as they heal you automatically when you deal damage or when you take damage yourself. The Warden's ultimate skills are a bit lacking in terms of raw power, but they do make up for it in terms of their utility. A Permafrost, for example, is incredibly powerful in PvP, both for snaring your enemies and also for defending your group with major protection. That's an extra armor buff. Then there's the Bear Pet Ultimate. This is an awesome passive DPS skill that does damage for free, with some bonus execute damage thrown in when casting. And then there's the Healing Thicket Ultimate, which provides amazing focused healing in a specific area when your survival is key. Now, all in all, the Warden is one of the most fun and flexible classes in ESO, and it's recommended for new and experienced players looking to fill in any role or any playstyle in the game. And if you're interested in crafting a nature-themed build that commands animals and plants, or even the classic Ice Mage, then the Warden is definitely the best class to start with. Next up, we have the Nightblade class, one of ESO's most popular classes at launch thanks to its thematic characteristics of being a stealthy rogue, or basically an assassin. Along those lines, Nightblades specialize in direct damage and escape tools like invisibility and teleportation, though they also have many unique skills which let them do just as well as tanks and even healers in group content. Now, in terms of solo gameplay, the Nightblade's ability to cloak with invisibility as well as teleport across the battlefield to avoid combat situations makes it a top class for surviving and surprising your enemies in PvP, Generally speaking, though, the Nightblade class does have one skill line per role of tanking, healing, and damage, as we saw with the other classes on this list, though there's a bit of overlap here too. This is because the skill lines for Nightblades have a greater focus on theme rather than playstyle. For example, the Assassination skill line, just like it sounds, is focused on damaging your target. In this skill line, you'll find an offensive teleport skill called Ambush, which allows for great mobility, especially in PvP. You also have the skill Merciless Resolve, which allows you to build up stacks or charges, which can be conserved for increased damage or unleashed at 5 stacks for a big burst attack and a heal. The skill Impale also does bonus damage to your enemy once they reach low health, and your main single target DPS skill, Veiled Strike, is now located in this skill line as well, so almost all of your damaging skills can be found here. Now, Nightblades also have the Shadow skill line, which includes different utility-focused skills as some help for aspiring tanks. Here we have the Shadowy Disguise skill line, which I mentioned earlier, which can turn your character invisible for a few seconds, but this recently changed to now be a toggle on or off ability, meaning it stays on as long as you have enough magicka to maintain it, but at the same time, you can no longer regenerate your magicka while invisible, so there is a bit of a trade-off there. Now, Nightblades also have the Shadow Image skill, which lets you teleport away from your enemy for even more mobility, and while the Nightblade does not have a defensive armor skill, they actually get the same armor buff that all other classes get passively when casting any Shadow ability. It's easy to proc this defensive passive with skills like Twisting or Refreshing Path to increase your damage or your healing respectively. And finally, Nightblades have the Siphoning skill line focused on blood magic or healing. For example, in this skill line, you have the powerful Swallow Soul ability, which damages your enemy and gives a percentage back as a heal. This skill is going to be great for all types of content, but especially when playing solo. In the skill line, you also have Healthy Offering, powerful burst heal that actually costs some of your own health to cast, but it's very good for group content. Now, in terms of ultimates, Nightblades have an interesting set of ultimate abilities in these skill lines, including one ultimate for direct damage, one ultimate for group defense, and one ultimate for group healing and crowd control. The most powerful is most definitely the ultimate Incapacitating Strike or Soul Harvest. Both morphs are very good options, as one of these potentially stuns and does big bonus damage, while the other reduces enemy healing and restores ultimate. So, if you're looking for a class with high burst damage and the potential to surprise enemies, or
What is going on, guys? In today's video I will show you the best class tier list in ESO 2026. With the new balance changes, the class tweaks and evolving meta constantly reshaping the game, knowing where each class truly stands has never
No sé. No, es el... Es que este güey... Kite Games... Kite Games está en todos lados y es contenido de inteligencia... O sea, ni siquiera es un güey. Es inteligencia artificial que... ChatGPT, ¿quiénes son los mejores creadores o los creadores de contenido más famosos del juego de Elder Scrolls Online en español? Ahorita vamos a ver qué dice. No me parece la... Leer en voz alta.
Aquí tienes un panorama realista y útil de los creadores de contenido de The Elder Scrolls Online en español, dividido por categorías para que entiendas quiénes son realmente relevantes, no solo famosos genéricos. Stash creadores más conocidos de eso en español. 1. Creadores enfocados 100% en eso. los más importantes para nicho. Estos son los que sí importan si quieres crecer en ese juego. Luisen, canal enfocado en Teso, mazmorras, builds, gameplays. Comunidad sólida en español, ideal referencia para contenido constante. Streams frecuentes de eso. Muy activo en comunidad española. Perfil técnico plus entretenimiento. Heliblue, comunidad joven, bastante engagement, más casual entretenimiento. Mansadum, directos frecuentes, canal de variedad pero centrado en eso. Dark Ochbeto, contenido en español desde hace años, gameplays y guías. 2. Creadores del programa oficial, nivel global, algunos útiles. Del programa oficial de Bethesda. Arciel, builds muy conocidas. Hack the Minotaur, guías populares.
Sí, el Hack
Calam Siron, contenido accesible. Pero ojo, la mayoría son en inglés. Creadores grandes que han jugado eso, pero no son del nicho. Estos son famosos, pero no te sirven como referencia directa. Vetas Dusty 7, gigante de YouTube Gaming, el Rubius, uno de los más grandes del mundo. Han jugado eso ocasionalmente, pero no construyeron audiencia ahí. Realidad importante, clave para tu estrategia. A diferencia de juegos como WoW o LoL, Teso en español no tiene grandes creadores dominantes. Está fragmentado y poco explotado. Hay espacio para crecer. Oportunidad para ti, esto es lo importante. Tú estás en un punto muy interesante porque ya estás haciendo streams, ya tienes thumbnails llamativos, estás entrando temprano en vertical. Eso te pone en ventaja frente a muchos de esa lista. Estrategia recomendada, basado en lo que vimos. Si quieres destacar en Teso, 1. Mezcla contenido. Guías simples, atraen, directos, retienen. Shorts verticales crecen rápido. 2. Diferénciate, muy importante, porque muchos hacen gameplay normal, builds. Tú puedes hacer Teso pero explicado fácil, Teso para gente nueva, stream reacción más entretenimiento. 3. Vertical oportunidad gigante. Casi nadie en Teso hispano lo está haciendo bien. Ahí puedes ganar ventaja brutal. Si quieres llevarlo al siguiente nivel, puedo analizarte, tu canal actual, tu estilo de stream, tus thumbnails y decirte exactamente cómo crecer más rápido en este nicho. Solo dime, ¿quieres crecer como streamer puro o también como creador de contenido, YouTube, Shorts?
Realmente lo hago para divertir. Para crecer. Gracias, GPT. Ahora sí, regresemos al juego.
Rage consumes
Me
me.
asustó.
The Moorborn invade my home, they attack my children, they attack me. You have proven yourself loyal and capable.
Sí, sí. No te preocupes, yo los mato.
Banish the appearance. The
Vamos a matar a unos changos malos. Miro aquí. Tazas, a ver. Go. Oye, ¿esto aquí aguanta? ¿Tengo que cerrar otro? Sí, tengo que cerrar 3 portales. ¿Cómo? ¿Qué te damos un güey? juntar más bichos? ¡Oh! Me había olvidado que revisaba todo, ¿no? Alquimia, güey. Que la vieja esa de la chiquimami esta, la que es. Ya una vez que entre ya no me va a dejar revisar esto, güey. Va a decir que le estoy robando. También. Las lomas grandes. Se asoman las lomas grandes. Pues. Que reza en el altar. Reza en el altar. Hoy están dando mucha experiencia. Mucha experiencia están dando. Oh, ya es así. Si así era el juego, güey. Güey, está chayo medio. Habla con la Malexia. Ven, chiquita. Ay, güey.
I sense the temple is free of the Daedric incursion. We are well pleased. While you fought for my glory, I learned more about our foes.
Pues tú luchabas por mi gloria, descubrí más sobre los.
Magistrix Vox used Daedric magic to split the seams of the wards around the High Chapel. Then she opened an Oblivion Gate to fill the temple with Daedra.
¿Qué hago, güey?
You need to get into the High
Entrar a
Chapel.
la capilla.
Vox managed to
Matar al
bypass the
Vox.
defenses, but its wards are still in
Ah, no,
place,
ayudar a
drawing on the
Vox.
full power of the Tribunal. We must get you past those wards.
¿Cómo entro,
Without the
chica?
blessing of each of the three, no mortal may pass through the wards and enter the High Chapel.
Y lo hago igual que el
You would
Vox.
compound the sacrilege that has already been wrought upon
Pues,
us.
¿cómo le
Go to
hago?
the cloisters of Vivek
Ve a
and
los
Sothasil.
claustros.
My companion gods are
Compañeros
absent,
dioses
but they
están
left
ausentes.
trials I can
¿Dejaron
activate
pruebas?
to grant their blessings. Pass the
Ok,
trials.
vamos. Pom, pi, pom, 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 pi, pom, pom. Voy a visitar aquí. Empezamos aquí, por acá y vamos a acabar acá. What the fuck? Habla con Amalexia. Lo del alcance. Está de nuevo allá adentro. Oh, chiquita.
Sothasil values intelligence and ingenuity. He builds, he maintains. He is the master of his creations. He shall test these qualities in you.
Ajá.
Sothasil has devised a test. All gears turn.
Ok, vamos. ¿Otra vez? Para juez. Ok, a la perfección. Parar al juez. Núcleo. Otro núcleo. Ahí está. Toma. Mirar de cerca las clavijas. Colocar un engranaje. Caminar las clavijas. Mirar de cerca las ranuras. Colocar un núcleo dinámico. Leer la descripción. Examinar el medidor. Engranaje. Mirar de cerca las clavijas. Colocar las clavijas. A ver, hay un núcleo dinámico en las ranuras. Colocar un núcleo dinámico. El enorme permanece inmóvil, sigue faltando unos cuantos engranajes. Tocar un núcleo dinámico. El enorme no te parece inmóvil, le sigue faltando unos cuantos engranajes y botones. Maestro crea lo perfecto, lo que resplandece ilumina las casas y construyeron este templo, lo que gira era a mis compañeros más cercanos y a mí mismo. Maestro destruye lo imperfecto, lo que se reduce a componentes. La madre, mira de cerca la vieja. Tocar un engranaje. Parece que las cargas podrían acomodar grandes engranajes. Hay 3 núcleos dinámicos en las ranuras. Retirar el núcleo. Hay un engranaje duerme en la caída dentro del medidor. Tocar un engranaje. Colocar un engranaje. Colocar un engranaje. Una palanca con inscripciones. ¿Dónde está? ¿Más? ¿Más? No hay núcleos en las ranuras. Colocar un núcleo dinámico. Tengo que colocar un núcleo. Colocar un núcleo. Las ranuras. Lo voy a meter. Más. Ahí está. Las ranuras. Hay 5 engranajes. Duerme la cavidad torácica del medidor. No hay clavijas vacías. Ok, no hay clavijas vacías. Lo que respecta casas que maestro claro por resplandece casas que en era la prueba de sota. Ayúdame con la quest. ¿Cómo se llama la quest, cabrón? Era la prueba de sota. Era la quest. La de sota. Así. Ahí vengo, voy rápido. Eh, oh. Ay, güey, what the fuck? Güey, Elder Scrolls, no chingue. ¿Qué va a ser así, güey? O sea, no me gusta esto así. Sucio. Ay, güey, vamos con. Llama el sello de 3, supera la prueba de 100.
War 11 is back, and today I'm going to be showing mechanisms on the side here. Use that. This and Steer. I'm going to go over here, destroy it. So now what you need here is 1, 2, 3 gears, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Ah, ok. Voy a quitar dos de acá arriba, cabrona. Puta madre. ¿Qué hijas? Güey, la neta que se qué verga, güey. Fuck, güey.
Your reason surpassed the Arbiter's trap. In doing so, you've revealed yourself to us. You do not fully comprehend. Such is your imperfection.
Exacto. Entiendo.
We are the imperfection of Sothasil, excised from his being, but truly apart. We measure
No,
the
no
endowed
entiendo.
perfection can never truly be attained. By testing one's constantly degrading for
Acepto, sí
comprehending the
acepto.
necessity of imperfection, you have earned the blessing of Sothasil.
Volando, estaba volando, güey. Encuentra el claustro de Vivek. Ah, al otro lado. Una, güey. What?
Vivek's trial will measure your clarity of judgment. He saw our blessed people through vexing times. His wisdom reveals the secrets others
Ay,
keep.
voy a poner otra vez a prueba. ¿Cómo? Dame la mano de
Vivek's teachings
Vivek.
often take the form of
Es lo que debo
allegories.
hacer.
A temple worker named Varman dueled Belronan Telvanni, slaying him before witnesses. But Varman was a loyal spy.
Y mató a ese güey.
My lord Vivek, I bear the most grievous news. Belronan Telvanni challenged
de esos
me. I
problemas.
was advising Thomas. Of course not. I told him so, but he claimed it a lie and challenged me to a first blood duel. Then everything turned to death. My blade ended his life and directly caused his turmoil. I willingly submit to your judgment, Lord Vivek.
Me empujaron a un duelo que no podías perder. Su sangre mancha tus manos. No eras tú quien controlaba tus madres. Nadie puede culparte. La verga.
Your word is unquestioned. I am here to command. Though my blow caused Belronan's death, it was set in motion by another hand. I will aid you in discovering the source.
Como digas, man. Examinar la nota, meditar sobre la dualidad de la decepción. What the bueno.
Lord Vivek, Varman should be dead on the floor. Belronan wouldn't share the note that
Es la
Temple
muerte de
Nesh
Vivek.
sent his way, but assured me its contents were vile.
Esta vieja es culera. ¿Qué por viejito?
Fenila lent Belronan her blade before the duel. I insisted Varman and Belronan swap weapons. You'd think she was Ash Mountain the way she fumed.
Tú es mezquino. Espérate, ¿dónde vas?
A tragedy, Lord Vivek. Belronan's death in the temple brings great shame to his house. I had thought reasoned words could dissuade him from the duel. Such temple...
Ajá. Verga, investiga la escena. Ahora. Vete.
Lord Vivek, I was here when Belronan issued his challenge. He would still live if not for Fenila. She stoked the Telvanni's rage, urging him not to back away from
Fanila,
an
todo es
insult
culpa
to
de
his honor.
Fanila. Fanila. Esa culera. Yo lo sabía. Fue el traidor.
Lord Vivek, Varman should be dead on the floor. Belronan wouldn't share the note that Temple Nesh Morami sold me poison yesterday. I'd planned to hunt cliff racers next week, but
Le vendieron el
this was
veneno.
My lord, the life of one such as Varman bears no comparison to
Tus
Belronan
manos
Telvanni.
envenenaron la espada. Tu
Yes.
veneno
I
mató a
sought to root
Barrona. Tienes la
corruption
mayor
from
parte
the
de la
temple
culpa.
by-
Sí, a la verga.
You walked in our skin and wrought our judgment. You exposed the lie at the core of all truth. This may be lost on you. It does not.
Que sí tenía cualquier respuesta mejor.
We
pero
are
bueno.
echoes of Vivek. Nothing more. Both. Neither. We rewarded Fenila for her cunning, yet House Redoran suffered for poisoning a Telvanni in another's duel. We flayed Morami for her actions, yet elevated House Hlalu.
Okay.
Through your wisdom and judgment, you have earned Vivek's favor. Receive our blessing.
Pero. Papi. Aceptó. Grande los Vivek. A ver.
Too late. Vox has the artifact. The judgment of Beloff
Toma,
is
toma, toma, toma. Ah, te le voy a meter. Tiza de su vida, güey. Wow. Espérense. No va. Carabajos. La pela. Chachazo. Que ya no. Ya. Ah, me dio chingo, güey. Pasando por el pecho. Uy. No nos vive. Toré. Puedes controlar a tus compañeros o combate con tus ataques pesados. Perro.
I felt a burst of power from the temple and ventured within, fearing the worst. But you've prevailed. What have you discovered?
¿Qué descubrí? Uy. La ceñita está. Los maltratados han sacrificado sus propias tropas para que Vox pudiera escapar. No más.
I will discover what powers the judgment of Veloth possesses and why Vox has stolen it. In the meantime, you must pursue Magistrix Vox. For your heroism and service this day, I name you a Hand of Almalexia. Go with my blessing upon you.
Añade 1032 de aguante máximo, daño de arma y hechizo. Ah.
As Vox fled Warnhold, she went east.
Oh, pum pum.
With the recent troubles, the Ordinators are on high
Misión,
alert.
nivel por
One of
misión,
them
güey.
saw her headed that way.
Cuando Vox huyó del duelo fue hacia el este. Dado los recientes problemas de máxima alerta, no debió dirigirse al
To
este a
the east
matarla.
of Mournhold lies Selphora, a quiet village known for its independent spirit. Vox almost certainly passed through there.
Ah, ok. Simón. Espérese. No puedo ir con las bolsas llenas. ¿Cómo vamos aquí? Completa una mazmorra de grupo. Ah, pues sí, antes dormimos una mazmorra. De grupo. Ya. Aquí. De grupos. Las más. Yo no quiero crear la mazmorra. De mazmorras. It's Hunt. Yo digo que me van a... Banana o las... Cambia. Ya hice la visión que quería aquí. Ahora lo que encuentro es la cola. Algo. Toma. ¿Qué es? Compromiso.
Look me in the eye. I can see it. You do not fear death. Take the pledge, and we shall make death fear you.
Compromiso. Barato. Creía que tenía roto las cosas, pero bueno. ¿Por qué te daban cosas por hacer dungeons, no? Acá está, acá está. Vamos por el de aquí. Bueno, no. Bueno, sí. Ah, tengo esto. Uy. Un libro de historia. Así. No. Ah, se quitó todo. Vamos ahora acá. Acá. Güey, sigo. Hola. No. ¿Ya ni el LOL? No, bueno, el LOL es empieza, ¿no? Partido. Café. Échame 2 pinches cafés. Me hubiera echado un café y me hubiera echado un...
Such terrible. I was so not ready
Matcha.
for this. Tribunal, save us!
Pasa, está bien.
Help.
Te ayudo, cabrón.
It's too late for that. We were caring for the afflicted when the Veriansu attacked us without warning. They killed everyone in the Muthnar monastery and set everything on fire. They threw people into the flames.
Maniáticos llegaron a encender todo, güey. Pues, bro.
They're heathen ashlanders
paganos,
outside the light and protection of the tribunal. I can't bear to think about it anymore. If you really want to help, find healer Senar. He's gathered a few of the survivors outside Muthnar, away from the Veriansu patrols.
Ya, yo quiero ayudar. Hola, bro. Va a estar atrás, ¿no? ahí hay un... Qué pinche... Oh. Delincuencia. Oye, ¿eso no estaba? Fabricar, raza, guardia roja. Delincuencia. Reduce el costo de aguante por ir a hurtadilla. Robar más. Bueno, está bien. A ver. Alan. Ok, pin. Ahí está. Sí, ya estoy listo. Vamos. Mañana yo creo que vamos a streamear más time.
Last one, expert. Nazca
May the Unmaker
Que voy
scratch out
ese voy
your
a saber
name
qué
for
show
what
porque
you
va
are
mucho la
doing.
verga.
The way is clear.
Oh.
Follow those necromancers.
¿Por acá? Vamos. Let's go, let's go. No entiendo ni madres, pero... ¿Cómo que se puede ir el tanque? Toma, 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 toma. ¿A dónde?
Hold them off.
Ahí está. ¿Para qué chopa? ¿Dónde? Ah, ajá. También first time. Bien.
The ancients revered their dead. But what did they carve in the top panel?
It could be what Helen lies after. Keep searching.
Están chidos los... güey. Ellos ya me hubieran explotado, güey. Pero aviento. Wow, 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 wow. Hola, bueno, espérenme.
Not unless you can join the ranks of the undead.
No le bajamos nada.
Arena needs more bodies. You think you are so clever.
Me mataron. No sé qué show, pero bueno.
I am in control.
Wait. No sé.
We will overwhelm you. The stillness of death.
Sé, pero yo sé rodar, güey. ¿Qué está pasando?
I do not like being outnumbered. La peló.
He taught. The Keystone is a beacon for spirits. Talinla wants to corrupt it and use that power for himself.
¿No era el boss? Yo no entendía la mecánica, güey. Solo mataba a los demás. En todos los juegos. Que matar a los ads.
I need to study these Voskona. Who knows what that corruption did to them?
Voy para allá.
No one passes us.
A ver acá.
The Voskrona answer to us. Talon will fix this!
You'll never reach Talon.
Largo.
Our power.
Puro pinche Mao, güey. Pacheco se llama, güey.
You will not last long.
Esa habilidad está bien verga, güey.
You can have your revenge. My old body was weak. You won't beat this one! This time I am ready for you!
No aguantamos el poweroso. Quítalo de aquí. Está loco, el tanque también se pasó de verga. No, ma.
You are no match for me now.
La madre, eso es normal.
This time I am ready for you. enough?
Hay un pendejo que se está muriendo, güey. Ese güey se aguanta los putazos. Jálalos, jálalos, jálalos.
This is how you spend your time? Are you going to? Now I'm angry.
Ay, no entiendo, pero bueno.
You can't hurt me anymore.
los estoy quitando y no me reviven. Cúrate tú, pinche pendejo. Déjame a mí, cúrate. Cúrate los demás. ¡Jala el agro! ¡Revíveme, pendejo! ¡Ay, pinche pacheco estúpido! Ay, Dios.
Is how you spend your time?
La voy a matar. Ese bicho está ahí, ya lo pendejo.
The Keystone Chamber is ahead. The chill in these walls indicates Talimna is already there.
Sacar el bicho del chavo.
Will succeed.
dormant, but no less powerful. This will do nicely.
That must be the keystone, and it is in danger.
Feed them to the keystone.
Buen barro, güey, ¿qué está pasando?
Never stop us!
Imbeciles and cowards. I am neither. Kill Foxito!
Pacheco me está dejando morir, güey. ¿No es el tanque? Hablando el agro bien, güey.
Over here. The ritual is nearly done.
Protector of the Keystone. Frighten the ancients. The Keystone answers to me. Command the dead.
demand sacrifice.
¡Su puta madre!
This is what awaits you. The power of the dead!
Watch Varsaka. They are one now.
Ah, yo no sabía que tenía que meterme, güey.
No rest is eternal. The Wu's Laxul will wake all the sleeping dead!
Ellos pueden.
The ancients kept their spirits locked away. I will release them all!
¡Dale al bicho!
No one will carve your deeds in stone. Your line ends here! The ancients kept their spirits locked away. I will release them all! The ancients kept their spirits locked away. I will release them all! control what remains when life ends.
Así me pueden revivir. Sal de ahí, sal de ahí. Se murió ese güey.
He should not be able to cross to the stone this easily.
I control what remains when life ends. when life ends. What remains when life ends. The Rouge Laxul will wake all the sleeping dead! I need no fancy magics to defeat you!
No, revive a alguien. Yo no aguanto, no aguanto.
Power is mine!
Nos falta una persona.
The Rouge Laxul were students. I am the master. Rise and fight!
No, eso que no.
dead.
No. Carve your teeth in stone. Your line ends here! What remains when life ends? Locked away. I will release them all! What remains when life ends? Will serve me.
The Wardens demand a sacrifice.
Command the dead. Command the dead. This is what awaits you.
cross to the stone this easily.
No rest is eternal. The Wu's Black Soul will wake all the sleeping dead! Will carve your deeds in stone. Your line ends here!
¿Podrás sacar de ahí?
What remains when life ends? What remains when life ends?
Ya no es, tío. el bicho ya no... El grandote ya...
Some spirits demand sacrifice.
Sorry, guys. No, no.
The ancients didn't know what they created. I know its true power.
Pedo. Pedo, dijo la araña. Por haber pasado al street. Hasta mañana.